Yeah, here I am. Just checking in with y'all tonight, right? I know it's kind of a touchy topic, and it may be kind of extreme. So I'm here to express that the topic of this episode does not reflect the personal views of the Romello Marcellus Show, or its hosts. This is merely for entertainment purposes and stimulating thought and dialogue. Once again, the topic of this episode does not reflect the personal views of the Romello Marcellus Show, its host. This is merely for entertainment purposes and stimulating thought and dialogue. Okay? So, welcome you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had. Bring them out. Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life. Had to find my inner power. To fashion, etiquette, and current events. Major show alert. All to enhance the happiness already inside you. Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, goddammit. Here I am. Good evening. Welcome to the Romello Marcellus Show. I am he and he is me. I thank you for logging on this evening or joining us this evening. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with us this evening. I need you to know that this is not my show. This is our show. This is our platform. This is an interactive platform, and without you, there would be no me. So, without further ado, I thank you. Tonight's topic is going to be one that is going to be very expressive. For those that joined last night, this is just a addition to the questions that I have as a man, okay, when it comes to women. So, can you hear me? If you can hear me, throw your thumbs up. Some thumbs in the room, man. Let me know you're here. You can see me clearly. The music's proper. Not too loud, not too soft, but yeah. Let me know. Let a few more people join the room before we get started. But while we're doing that, man, I want you guys to think about, why is there always a special day in this country that represents accolades or appreciation for everybody else in this country except for the black man? Why? Biden just signed into effect today that today is National Transgender Day. I'm not understanding that. What have they really attributed to our society as a whole? Now, I'm not talking about people. Maybe I'm misinformed or miseducated. But, yeah, I'm still pushing for mine. I'm waiting for Black Men Day. I guess the majority of us will be dead and gone before that happens. Anyway, we're still welcoming people into the room. Diamond Honey 41 has just joined the room. Zulika Hare out of New York. New York's in the house. She just joined the room. Paris K. Styles in the room. Hey. Welcome. Look, this is our platform. So what I'm asking you guys to do tonight, right, as I do every night, click on your lives. Share it with your friends. Bring them in. Let's broaden the conversation. Let's keep it broadened. More heads are better than the heads that are here. We need more inspiration, more insightful thought, more insightful dialogue and commentary between one another. I don't know it all. I've seen a lot of shit, but I don't know it all. So your perspective could be something that could shine a light for me or anyone else that's on this platform. So, yeah. Share it. Open it up. And if you like this, once again, click on it. Leave it in the comments. Like, subscribe, Click that bell for the notifications. Let's share it. Tomorrow, 789's in the room. Let's see what my wet people are. Hey, Steve Fenwick's in the room. Steve Fenwick's in the room. Shout out, brother. Yeah, you didn't want to miss this one. Just letting a few other people get in the room, man, before we get started. Everybody needs to hear this one. And I'm saying this from a man's perspective. This is the question that I'm asking from a man's perspective. All right? Yeah, I'm toasting. I'm toasting to y'all. I figure I have a little something. After a long day. Cheers to y'all. Fuck no, I'm not drinking no Red Bull. And no, I'm not going to ever sit here wearing no tight ass suit and no tie. Yeah. Well, I can't contain it any longer. The topic of this evening, right, is why females with multiple partners are sluts. Why? Let's start here. The definition of slut. It's offensive, but the Webster Dictionary says a woman who has many casual sex partners. A woman who has many casual sex partners. Promiscuous woman. Hussy. Those are the other adjectives to describe that. Didn't say anything about a man being a slut, but a woman being promiscuous, having multiple sex partners. So I'm trying to find out, what is it? What is it that one... It's all adults on here, correct? You need to put your children to bed because we're getting ready to get into some adult shit, and I'm not going to hold my tongue. And I don't expect you guys either to do it because this is our platform. We should be able to be naked and bare our souls with one another. If we can't bare our souls with one another, who can we bare our souls with? So my question to you, you sluts out there, why is it not one dick enough for you? And see, here's the bigger thing. A few shows back, I covered this topic where it is unbeknownst usually that the slut is a slut. I disguise that as her being a savage. Recognize that. Because usually motherfuckers don't. Well, let me put it to you like this. The worst thing that can happen to a man is for a man to fall in love with a slut. Because he's presenting her to the world as his woman or his queen. The acronym SEX is Sacred Sex Exchange. That means sacred. The key word is sacred. What's up, Maurice? Maurice is in the room. Got some fellas in the room tonight, y'all. Introduce yourselves. Say hey. Someone asked, well, why is it always women? I don't know why it's always y'all. But one thing I can say, men can't be sluts. We can't. Because honestly, we're not in control of that dynamic. It's you guys' choice. It's your choice. The only way it doesn't become your choice is if it becomes a situation that's cohesive. Well, excuse me. You're coerced or forced into something. And then at that point, it's something else other than consensual. What we won't discuss here on this platform. So, to say it is you and the say all to it all. Okay? Steve said it's a sad situation because we've been falling for it for too long. Understand this. If you're the one who's making decisions in regards to, matter of fact, hell, you're the last, and this is how powerful you are. You are the final say-so in who obtains life and is brought into the world through the commission of sex or your givings thereof of you. So once again, think about it. There are two different types of sluts. Those are ones that are benefiting, and the benefits are not that great, or it's not of a monetary nature. But then there's the ones that just do it because that's what they like to do. So I'm trying to figure out, those that are sitting out here watching me, come on, help us out. Which ones are you? Because honestly, there's a lot of you out there with overlapping bills. And if your bills are overlapping, that says a lot about what you got down there anyway. Your box ain't no good. Riding around, creeping around, chasing dudes down the road to gobble it up with bald tires on your car. What does that say about you? You can't call you a whore because you ain't getting paid for it. So the question is why? One's not enough? While we on the subject of using and usury, because that's self-usury, right? My thing is this. This is what I believe. Used people are just like used cars, okay? With no warranties. Used people are like used cars with no warranties. You don't know what the fuck you're getting until it breaks down. And usually in a relationship, when it breaks down, somebody's either caught something or they're going to catch something. And that term, that can mean a multitude of things. So when dealing with that, the worst thing that could happen is you're an unwilling participant in something like that. And it's unbeknownst to you. And you find it out. And then you see how much movement and how much work it goes into doing that, especially when you have multiple situations. People think about dating. Listen, if you're single, oh, well, I'm doing me. Sweetheart, what you do now can and truly and potentially will fuck your future up later if it ever comes out. And that's the key. Most people are willing to die with their secrets as opposed to sharing them, allowing the people that you're around to know what the fuck kind of individual you really have been. And a lot of times you're not to blame. You have pre-existing conditions, post-traumatic situations. Usually people that do those things are hurt, so they're seeking comfort and solitude in something else other than themselves not being enough. So, once again, sluts, you out there. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do this early, right? I'm going to open up the phone lines, right? Y'all can call in. I don't know who you are. You just call on the phone and we're having a conversation. I want to know what's on your mind. What was on your mind with all the creeping that you did? You think about it. A lot of you pull up, meet a motherfucker on the corner, get it in the car, get gone. You come and go. You come so you can go. God damn. Ain't that a finish line? Robin Banks joined the room. No other than Nigel has joined the room. The Realtor Reader joined the room. Welcome, welcome. If you just joined the room, the topic of this evening is why females with multiple sex partners are sluts. Sir, the dictionary was written by men. Of course, we were not included in the definition, but it's still applicable for those who want to wear the shoe. But in this conversation, it's applicable because of the choice. We can't just run up on you and make you come on and pull it down and give it up and whatever. That final choice and decision is yours. And I'm speaking to you as a man who has to give so much to even get to that point. Yeah, let me back it up. Let me retract that. Sure, there is so much out here to get. But for those that are selective, they don't want just anything. So it's going to take some coercion or coercing to get to that point. So when we think about how much are we willing to invest of our time and our energy and our resources to get to that, it says a lot. Good evening, Stan. Welcome, folks. Yeah. So we're not going to do the chauvinist thing about what was written by a man, but we know what's for a woman. You got to understand, you are the most sacred being in the world. It's like having this Yadro crystal glass, and we have 2 of these, right? This is you. We can fill this with purified water, holy water, or wine. I'm drinking this wine. And we can fill another one up on this side with jizz. And certain aspects of this cup you'll never be able to clean. You'll never be able to clean because of the soul ties that comes with that. You wonder why a lot of you motherfuckers run around here crazy as shit. Can't do nothing, can't even walk and chew gum at the same time because you're so attached and you need to purge your life. But it's not my personal opinion. I'm just trying to incite some stimulating conversation. So, once again, it's like, let me give you some commentary that we as fellas sometimes have with one another. And I stated to you before, after the deal is done, shit, all modes of secrecy, that shit is done because I'm not benefiting from it anymore. All right? You cash out for $40, you can hit. Take it to eat, you can hit. Get some weed and some drink, you can hit. Hello? You on the air?
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Good. So you're killing me right now.
Am I?
The question is, why do women have so many quote-unquote sex partners, or why are they sluts? So I believe there's multiple reasons. Number one, most black women, I can speak from a black woman's perspective because I'm a black woman, were not raised with a positive male figure in their life. So some little knucklehead tells them they're cute, shows them a little bit of attention, and they feel that that's love, so then they have to reciprocate because the gentleman's asking them to reciprocate. So they give up the goods, they think everything's great, the dude runs off, tell his homeboy, yo, look, all you gotta do is go and do X, Y, and Z, and she'll give it to you. The poor girl's heart is broken, the next dude comes along and says, I'm not gonna do that to you, and then the cycle repeats. Unfortunately, and we know this, well, I can say I know this because I have daughters, most mothers don't have these conversations with their kids, neither do fathers. So then the children, the female children, don't understand that, look, this is a game that's being played. Mind yourself. You need to find love in yourself and not try to find love outside of you. Men, unfortunately, is something wet, warm, soft to get into. They're getting in there, they're getting what they want, and then they move on, not thinking about the damage that they're leaving behind. And when you talk about soul ties, I agree. But men have soul ties as well. Then brothers get mad when sisters decide they're going to go and fuck everything up because the dude didn't play with their heart.
Okay. So the sister doesn't have any play or a part to play in that adjoining of the juices.
Oh, of course she did. Absolutely. But what I'm saying is her mindset.
Okay.
At times,
But that's unbeknownst to the.
because she doesn't understand what love looks like. Does that make sense?
That makes plenty of sense. But that's the duality of it all, where you have the princely pauper as well as the princess pauper. But whose fault is that? Especially if it's unbeknownst. This just like I said, retrospectively, used people are like used cars. You don't know what you get until it actually breaks down. So in the situation is this. I'm not speaking about those kind of incidents because those are the ones that do happen. But what I'm saying to you is you have those who are out here who are just for that. And it may be a plethora of things. It could be a self-esteem thing. They like the attention, or they could just like the sex. They could have a white liver. They got to get it anyway. They got to get it. But what I'm saying to you is this: if you're going to live that life, I think that it should be on the table when you are branching off into something more of a committed nature. Everybody should know really what's up. So, I truly am with you when you stated what you just said. When people or young ladies do not have positive father figures in their lives, and they need to see it. So it goes hand in hand. We have to do something to shore up the generational gap, but we're talking about the grown folks now that are in these ages of 21 to 100 now that are doing the stuff that I'm talking about. So, hey.
Okay, and those people, in my mind, if those people are there for the streets, I completely agree. They need to stay there for the streets, so that way there's no confusion. Right? And neither party should pretend to do relationship type things if it's not a relationship. Fucking dumb.
Exactly, but it should be known. No one should be an unwilling participant. You got to think about it. Listen, what man do you know that wants to bring a known slut home to his mama? And right, there you go, and vice versa.
You don't bring male whores or community dick home to your mother or your father.
See,
they have a place.
Now the difference.
Midnight and 4 a.m.
But let me. Who's in control? Because see, and I can only speak from my experience. I ain't perfect. I've made those midnight calls too, and I'm gonna speak to a lot of you broads. There's always the ones that you look for at the end of the night. And let me tell you something. If you're ever in a club again, at the end of the night, look around. Because you'll see niggas pick up their, excuse my French, you'll see guys pick up their phone and they're looking for the one. Where's she at? Where's that one that I can get some Bobbingtons on the way home and call it a night? What I'm saying to you is this. When you have people that are in that mindset on both spectrums, it is that thing that's going to rear its head again at some point in your life. Now, the question is, how responsible are you going to be with it? Meaning letting someone know when you're coming into the door, because we're all going to mature. And when we get to that point where we want to share our lives with someone, these are the kind of things you have to put on the table. Yo, I was out there. This is the shit that I was about at this point in time in my life. It should not come and smack you in the side of your head, because usually that's what happens when you get your life or in the midst of getting your life with somebody. The world is truly a 6 degree of separation from people. It's just that fucking small. Yeah, you could be in fucking Mexico and have some shit go on, and it will follow you and meet you home and roost on your doorstep. So I'm speaking about those who are moving with complete impunity, not those who are oblivious to that and really seeking love and get caught out there slipping. You have those who get up every day and, they got a dick calendar. Oh, I'm going out with him today, or I'm going, and I'm honestly telling you, I've done my homework on this with a lot of the people that I've encountered in my life, and it's just that. I'm not drawing it and saying, well, this is just some shit I'm just picking up. I'm basically saying to you, there are some people that are just like that, just like guys. And I stated this on the show. As a man, do you know the worst mistake that I made as a man was not waiting till I was married to have sex? I wish every day that I would have waited till I got with the one woman. Very young. And I'm telling you, that was like crack cocaine to me. I chased it every day. Every day. Got up and I chased it. Making calls. All of that bullshit, the dating and the whining and the dining and all that. Come on.
We all make decisions in our life when we're younger, right? And we all have to deal with those downstream effects. It's unfortunate that many of us don't look at those downstream effects as we're making those decisions. Mm-hmm. You understand? So, regardless, I guess in my mind, regardless whether you're a slut, you're a hoe, you're a drug dealer, you're a pimp, you're a robber, you're a thief, or whatever, like, those things come up later on in life, like you have to live with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but the thing is,
It may not be pretty. I mean, I can tell you real talk. Like, when I went to get my top secret clearance, I was scared as shit until I realized they only went back 10 years.
yeah. But at the same time, think about the motherfucker you sleeping with at night. If you don't tell them, you sleeping with the enemy. Think about it. You got a man, you loving on him, he loving on you, he's treating you right, he's making moves and showing you every day that he's for you and vice versa. But he doesn't know you was a whore. Excuse me, a slut, because you wasn't getting paid for it. You was a slut. But then he finds out that, shit, you fucked about 5 or 6 dudes that were 2 stones throw from his intimate circle. So he can't take you anywhere. And if he does, he got to wear that yoke. And listen, I'm not saying that you're not a monk, you're not a nun. So yeah, you've touched somebody. But what I'm saying to you is, if you've moved a certain kind of way, your business is in the street. Someone says, why does it matter what you were? It does matter what you were. What I'm saying to you is, regardless of what you were, your significant other that you've chosen to spend your life with and build your life with should know what you were. It's not about what you are now, but it is the reference of how far you've come. So I should know. You should know. See, a lot of people don't know enough. Listen, I can give you an example. Many years ago, sitting in a bar somewhere, someone in the radio industry asked me, what the fuck is it that you do? And I told her, I said, look, I do what the fuck I want to do. And it wasn't until later, and I'm a professor tonight, that my federal paperwork speaks about me and what the fuck I did and who I was. But my significant other knows who the fuck I was, but I'm not that now. So they can sleep good on that. Do you understand? There's certain things you don't keep in the dark. You let it be known. And if that was your lifestyle, it should be known. You give that person an opportunity to say, you know what? Regardless of what, I love you just the same. I can't turn it off. I accept you for who you are. That lets me know how I need to move and govern myself in the midst of all things. So dating a slut is a bad of all. Hold up, man. Let me see what's up. So dating a slut.
Recommending then that when we meet somebody, we give them a sexual resume of all of our previous partners?
No.
Or just have the conversation?
You have the conversation.
That doesn't make sense.
You have the conversation. If you was moving reckless, because we've all at some point in time moved reckless in our lives. We've moved reckless. But the thing is recognizing who you're with and in what circles they run and how this could potentially affect them. Let's say if your person was running for public office, that could potentially affect them. Now let me address this gentleman who put this up, Cornelius Rouse. Good evening, brother. Welcome to the talk, and I appreciate you for being here. Like I said, you could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us. He says, so dating a slut is a badge of honor for how far they've come. No, that's not what I'm saying. We as adults are always going to have growth in our lives, but stating where you are and where you have been in your life, it gives somebody a benchmark to recognize your growth. That's it. That's all. It's not about a badge of honor. It's about recognizing who you with, because fuck who they've been with, because evidently a lot of them, they weren't men enough or women enough to change their thought process or their mind or giving them a spiritual dose of encouragement to say, you know what, I'm good. I don't need to do that no more. This individual respects me. Has given me that dose of encouragement or understanding that I should happen. Okay, let me see something.
What's going to have to happen in order for women to be more forthcoming is the ideology about the decisions they made in the past and the judgment that comes with that is going to have to change.
Exactly.
Otherwise, women are going to be quiet with it, right? Because if I'm into you, I'm not going to tell you I smashed 50 bodies. Why? Because you're going to be like, yo, she got 100,000 miles on her. I'd rather get a new model.
But I beg to differ, because I know some guys that still love their women that know they got them kind of miles on them. And a lot of them were pimps. A lot of them were players that were in the game. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of them married their bottom bitches that were out there on the motherfucking, on the blade getting that money. So it's not about always what you did. It's about the character and the measure of the woman. Yeah, but I'm just saying to you, it's the measure of the man and the measure of the woman at that point in time. And true, what he's saying right now, true, that happened with Gilliam in Florida when he was playing with boys and embarrassed his wife. That's the whole thing. It's not just a woman thing. We're talking about cross the line. We as dudes need to express that bullshit too. If you was out here fucking up, you need to tell the person you laying with at night, don't be up there sleeping with the enemy.
All right, I get you. Point taken.
Torian Black says it's all about giving someone the opportunity to choose what they want to be a part of. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. But still, to you sluts out there that's hiding, why ain't one dick enough? I mean, you could change his name and be anything. Buy different cell phones, call different numbers. You know, you got a man at home. We talking about the ones that got a man at home and doing what they doing, or they want to lie and say, well, he wasn't treating me right, so I went out here and did what I was doing. Well, if that motherfucker wasn't treating you right, then you needed to roll out. That was just how you was fucking feeling, that you wanted to go and do that. And once again, I'm going to state tonight, thank you for calling. The phone lines are open if you want to call in. 929-322-3971. I mean, I know y'all got some things y'all don't want to really talk about or excuse me, be seen talking about. So I put this line up there for you to call in because y'all don't want to go live. Y'all scared. Stanley says the male ego is fragile. To marry a girl who belongs to the streets. Let me read that again so you get the expression that he might be feeling. Stanley, throw up a thumb if I'm getting this right when I read this. I want to get your emotion. The male ego is too fragile to marry a girl that belongs to the streets. If they know about it, it takes a special man to marry the bottom bitch. Ramia's in the room. Oh, what's up? What's up? Welcome. There's a different giving sexual resumes versus not being upfront within the present. If neither of you are virgins and not carrying some disease, why are we going through our past? You know, they say religion absolves all wrongdoings, and that's bullshit. Well, for me, just an opinion. It just gives you a place to shift your accountability. Being accountable recognizes that going forward, I'm responsible for you. If you give me your heart, I'm responsible for you. If you give me your physical being, I'm responsible for you. If you give me your integrity, I'm responsible for you. I have to represent you as you represent me. Period. We're in a day and age where information can travel just like that. And you have so many unhappy, hurting people that are looking to hurt people. These are the conversations that you should have, especially if you have a team or you're playing on a team, instead of being quiet about what you used to do and sleeping with the enemy, or excuse me, allowing your partner to sleep with the enemy. It's about respect. Thing is, more deeply, shit, the only thing you don't talk about is the things that you're ashamed of. Shit, what the fuck you got to be ashamed of? You wasn't ashamed to go out there and gobble it up. You shouldn't be ashamed to talk about it. Share it. Every fucking juicy detail. You felt good in the midst of it? You should feel good now. It was your past, let it be that. Put it on the fucking table. You sleep good at night. You sleep better. If you're just joining in, once again, the topic of the evening is why females with multiple sex partners are sluts. They were in different places. The realtor reader says they were in a different place when it happened. I get that. This is why it doesn't matter now. But the same thing, you should still give them the benefit of the doubt. Why not? Why not? Can you retype that again? The one prior to this quatrain the realtor reader. Why not assume? Okay, why not we assume we're all sluts? I got that. Is that what you were saying? Why not assume we're all sluts? Well, I don't assume. I don't like being assholes. I'm not gonna make myself one. We're just a question, and we're posing it to those who may be sitting here and need this little bit of encouragement, or who have needed this little bit of encouragement in regards to their past. Because here, let me give you an example, right? Let me tell you something about us men. If a man likes you and he locks onto you and he falls for you, he's painting the picture in his mind of anything that comes about that you didn't share with him. If he got to find it, everything's suspect. And you know goddamn well, woman, if the shit was on the other foot, it would be the same way. So what I'm saying to you is, it's like, why do that? I'm not understanding. Why do it? Danielle Picasso just joined the room. Welcome. For all of you who are joining the room, once again, the topic tonight: why females with multiple sex partners are sluts. Is it just you want to talk to the mic? You want the mic all on you and in you and about you and around you. Sluts are like rental cars. Everybody get a turn to drive. Did my James Brown thing. Oh. Stanley says, no man wants to marry or boo up a girlfriend that his homies ran through. This is not Hollywood, folks, where everyone has shared each other and know about it. I can say the same. But there are those occasions where, regardless of what, as a man, you're human. You can't turn off those emotions. You get past that bullshit. Yeah. How reckless were you? The question is the recklessness going on now? Can you account for now? Can you move past it? No one wants to be a prisoner of their past. No one. Ramia says everyone needs to have the emotional. Hold on. You're on the air.
Hey, how you doing, man? Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
I'm good. Good. How everybody's doing? Hey, yeah, you know what? Just, pick back off of what you said. Yeah, you could get over it, but it takes a special man. We're gonna keep it 100 tonight, from my point of view. It takes a special man, and I'm gonna give an example like Kanye West. Man, he ended up marrying Kim Kardashian, but he knew her past, and it took a special man to wipe her up and to have kids. Most guys like Reggie Bush and all that, they didn't do that with her. So it just all depends on the individual.
Well, the word says that we as men are supposed to keep our women without spot, blemish, or blame. But that takes some intimate confession from the woman. We need to know what the hell we dealing with if you're going to accept her. Shit, if you was out there, trust me, you was just as big a slut as she was. And I mean, as far as from a male perspective, but if we're basing it on a definition, we really weren't in control. We fucked who we could fuck. It's on them to say, yeah, you can come on get this, or I'm coming on over there to get that, and that's that. But
right.
Yeah, it's just about understanding who we're supposed to be. If we're not given the tools to excel and be the best who we can, and we can be, shit, we're gonna fall anyway. That's the problem, the deception.
I hear you, but I just, you know, and it's just from a man, from my point of view, and the men that I know, you got to be cut from a whole different cloth to be able to accept that. And, you know, I can respect it, you know, and I'm man enough to say I'm not cut from that cloth, folks. I'm just not. I'm just not, you know.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, you know, I'm secure in me, and ain't another motherfucker can tell me nothing about mine. So if I was to be in that situation or that circumstance, I still believe I chose the best that I could choose, because it's going to be based on the performance of that individual and how they profess their love and show their love for me. Everybody's got a past. Trust and believe me. It's just it's just a fact of whether they've confessed it, and it's not about seeking my forgiveness, because I'm not the one that needs to be forgiven them. It's just that we need to understand who and what we're dealing with. You know, think about it. As a man, how many times? Well, let me retract that. Let's say, for example, as a male, when you have stepped out, or a male stepped out on his woman, the worst thing he could do is allow that woman or female to approach his significant or the number one and let her know that she's been in the picture. You made her an unwilling participant to your bullshit, as opposed to telling her what the fuck was up. See what I'm saying? Right. She might scratch your motherfucking eyes out, but at the end of the day, she still can't do nothing but respect you, even if she left your ass. You feel me? But it gives her the place to say, even if the bitch walked up on her, bitch, I knew about you. We wasn't even together at that point in time. You understand what I'm saying? I gave you that understanding, but the same courtesy needs to be given. Boy, I thank you for calling in, brother. You know, don't go nowhere. But I'm saying this because you gave me an epiphany. Here's the biggest problem between the black man and the black woman, is that the black woman does not consider the black man. That is all we fucking require, is consideration. That's it. Consider us in your fucking decisions and your choices. We're not your children. Get your son. Okay? So in your movements and the things that you've done, consider us in your further future decisions. All right? So if you're just joining us tonight, why females with multiple sex partners are sluts? Honestly, you just like some ding ding. You want to go get it. Cheers. Will you lie to your significant other to get out the house to go get it? And if so, then damn, why have the significant other in the house? Get rid of his ass and go get all the pecker you want. Or is it the excitement that comes with that I'm just doing what I want to do, and I'm sneaking around, and it heightens the euphoria of the actual act of it all, that you just met out in some fucking parking lot on the side of the road and got thrown over the top of a car, and boom, you go home. I'm gonna lay up in the bed with this motherfucker like nothing ever happened. And then when he want to do something, tired. Which is it? Don't get quiet on me, ladies. Y'all here. I need y'all's education. Teach us. Give us something. Phone lines open. Hey. Everyone needs to have the emotional maturity to handle those kinds of conversations. If you're giving that information to an immature person, they will judge you. They will judge and not trust for the remainder. Well, if that's the case, then you know what you need to do. Got an immature person in front of you, or an emotionally immature person in front of you, then you know what you need to do at that point. Because at some point in time, you still run the risk of it coming out, and it would further cause injury to you and that individual. So are you being a good friend or a good significant other or a good lover? by holding it, if you know it's so. Well, maybe he's a hermit. Maybe he doesn't do anything but work and come home, and he would never be in a circle of people that could tell him anything about you. Because trust me, it's just that simple, that someone would pull up on your people and say, you know what? Yeah, man, I know that girl. Throat raw than a motherfucker. Yep. All in the truck. All in the house. Everywhere. Phone call away. So, like I said, if you're just joining us tonight, the topic is why females with multiple sex partners are sluts. Why? What's the benefit? Because you're not getting paid. Sluts don't get paid. They just have multiple partners. They're promiscuous. You travel out of town and you have sex. You think you're leaving that shit there? Follows your dumb ass right back home. Some of you people, you engage so close, it's scary. I had a girl tell me she had her creep dude around her husband at a barbecue at their home, perpetrating a fraud. How many cousins or play brothers you got that you've been there with? Childhood friends, high school friends that you have around your new partner. Let me say this to you. Anybody you had around your new partner that you slept with, that shit is foul. Especially if your partner doesn't know that you used to sleep with them or that you have slept with them. Even introducing it into a conversation, that shit's foul. Foul as fuck. That states to that man or that individual that you're with is that that person has more meaning to you than you do, because they're willing to protect that situation. Oh, that's just my friend. We go way back. Yeah, right, bitch. You was fucking that nigga. And as far as I'm concerned, you want to keep the slate and protect that so that you ever want to dip back there, that door is open. What I'm a firm believer is that when you're done with something, you have no problem with burning the bridge, blowing it up, everything. And if you don't, you're hanging on to a dream. Not necessarily a wet one, but you're hanging on to a dream. Like I said before, just an opinion. You bras are deceitful by nature. Just your nature. Not everybody acts on it though. What I do know is that you women, you females, can turn that emotional switch off, and it's just some fucking. One thing about males, if it's good, motherfucker get hooked, get attached. Dope fiend. You know the old come quick. Don't blame us because you the bomb. Your stuff is the bomb. Trying to lighten the mood, y'all. Y'all all serious and shit. Ass is so tight you suck a brick out of the wall. Anyway, if you just joined us once again, the topic is why females with multiple sex partners are sluts. Just know it ain't my fault. It's a choice. You got something to say? The number's on the screen, 929-322-3971. I'm right here to take all your calls. Paramount Properties in ATL just joined the live, man. Anything you need when you're going down south, reach out to them on IG at Paramount Properties ATL, Instagram. You're going down, you need an Airbnb, a rental, you're looking for commercial property, man, reach out to them, man. Reach out to them. They're going to make sure you get all you need. You hear? I'm seeing the toy fit for you. She crying. She put up a sad face. Why? I'm trying to understand. Why we crying? What going on? It ain't sad. It's just the truth. You like what you like. You want what you want. Nothing wrong with that. But it's just that we all need to know if we're going to be in a loop together. We should know. Yeah. It's like if a motherfucker robbed the bank and he in the mall spending money on you, and people run down on you and didn't tell you, hey, I robbed the bank a few minutes ago, or last week, or last month, or whatever. And he's spending the marked bills, and people run down on both of y'all. Then what? He didn't share that with you. Both of y'all going to jail, right? You might get some discomfort. You might get out, but at the same time, shit, because he didn't share that with you, you didn't know how to carry it. Same is applicable when you talk about the bed or the decisions or the choices you make when it comes to your intimate agenda. Yeah. You're going to be a savage, or if you were a savage, that should be in the disclaimer when you're coming into the relationship. Yeah, motherfucker, I was a savage. I was out here. There was many. There was minty. It was minty, and there were many. Yeah. Well, I guess nobody's coming out the woodwork to talk to me about their situations, them being who they were, and why they were who they were. So I'm going to say this to you. I hope you found it in your heart to be honest with the individuals that you are blessed with, or you are potentially going to be blessed with. You are prepared to have that conversation. And if you recognize you have an immature individual who's not going to get beyond that situation and trust you, hey, you have a tough decision to make whether you want to stay or go. Or are you willing to show that individual that you are not that same individual that you were? And it was just a space and time, because we've all had those spaces and times. What I've been privy to understand is that even young ladies, you want your 20s for fun. You want your 30s for searching for your future, and your 40s to tie into everything else that you need to be doing for the rest of your life. So you're looking for your significant and true husband by the time you turn 30. If I'm wrong, then correct me. But usually that's the thing. I'm not knocking you. But God damn it, if you're talking about forever and you're talking about building something, it is a corporate merger, and you have to disclose all aspects of your corporation. Now, we talk about post-traumatic disorders. A lot of the people that have gone through these things and they lack self-esteem, it's because those things were robbed and taken from them. And they need to seek some counseling, some sort of help. Because just because you quit doesn't mean that those desires or those things still are not going to rear their ugly heads. And you need to have a plan. Lack of a plan means you've planned to fail. So a lot of young ladies have the lack of breeding, meaning you had no positive man in your life to show you what a man should be, and or a positive woman to show you what you should be to your man in life. But people ask, why is it okay for men not okay for women and okay for men to be promiscuous? It is because, woman, you are the first and the most powerful being in the world. You are the one that creates life, and the final choice on life, where it begins and ends, starts with you. As you take things into your body, you can't get rid of those things. They stay there for years, forever, in a day. So the souls you may have corked off 20 years ago may still be riding with you. You may have a fruitful relationship now, not understand why the fuck you can't get right with the individual that you're with now. And that's because, hey, you two are both warring with the spirits that you carry within you. Because if you got a man's man, trust me, he ain't about no man or being in any intimate space with a man. So you better know there's warring going on. And if he can't express anything else when he sees you and looks at you, he still sees those spirits on you, whether you had those discussions or not. Because there's always that question. Fuck is she doing? You need to have those talks, because those are the things that where two pray together, those ill things flee. So you need to give them the benefit of the doubt. Have those discussions. If you truly care about your significant other and you're with him, share it all. Don't minimize. Don't minimize, because to minimize, it breeds dissension in your ranks. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't question whether or not he's man enough or woman enough to, or she's woman enough to handle your shit. And that's going both ways. Just think about it. Think about it. I thank y'all once again, man, for joining me tonight, because y'all could have been anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. Motherfuckers down in Miami partying. It's spring break. They down there doing the, you feel me? But y'all here with me tonight, regardless of where y'all are. And I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for the intellectual and very stimulating conversation that we've had. Hopefully someone is inspired to change, and if somebody's inspired to be an encouragement to someone else that they may know. And all of you out there with those post-traumatic disorders, man, get help. Get help. Go talk to somebody, man. Go talk to somebody. Don't sit there with that shit, man. Honestly, you're doing yourself a disservice. Let's live, man. If you know young people that are about to embark in this situation or of life, or this aspect of life, meaning they're giving of themselves and their bodies, their minds, have this conversation with them, man. A lot of us out here without mamas and daddies. Touch them, man. Your nieces, your nephews, your cousins. Touch them, man. Get with them. Understand they need you. They need all of us. Yeah. And for you helpless sluts out there, be safe. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap that shit up. And don't overwork yourself. And then find you a good masseuse to rub that neck for all that neckingtons you giving. Yeah. And get you a good Mr. B's lip balm to help you. And go get you some Mr. Tom's, Uncle Tom's the paste. Yeah. And a motorized brush so you don't have to work so hard. And some knee pads. and a fucking COVID mask, and cut a slit across this way and that way. Forgive me, y'all. I'm sorry. It's the wine talking. Please forgive me. Hey, if y'all want to, yeah, just some Kendall Jackson, man. Just, you know, little Chardonnay. I mean, Sauvignon Blanc, man. Yeah. But anyway, I thank y'all for coming out, man. Yeah, I'm stupid, goddammit. Yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah. I thank y'all once again for logging on with me, man. Tomorrow is gonna be an even wilder topic, but I'm gonna keep it in perspective. I'm not gonna go overboard. I want to touch on some things about us black men and living in the world, and how we have to maneuver to get the things done we need to get done. Yeah, so tell a friend, man. If you like this, please share it. Share it with your friends. Go to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We on all platforms. Click it, subscribe, like, leave it in the comments. If you have a show idea, leave it. I would love to entertain it. Okay. This is once again the Romello Marcellus Show. It is an interactive platform. It's not mine. It's all of ours. I'm just working for you. And any ideas you have, any dreams, any goals that you want to pursue, please, please, please go get it. Go get it. Go get it. The only person that can stop you from it is you. If you don't put your hands to it, it'll never happen. They thought Noah was crazy until it began to rain. So with that in mind, man, I tell you, I'm hungry as a motherfucker. And I need more to drink. So, y'all gonna wait right here for me? See you bitches tomorrow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had. Bring them out. Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events. Major show alert. All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.